to the All-Star game. It never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
George passes to Hill. Allen kicks to George. And that one is stuffed right through.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Curry, here we go. Can't get it to fall. Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hill kicks to Ellis. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Feeds to Allen. The baseline J. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Green, no luck.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Ellis against Thompson. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim. It's one of the core elements of their defense and why they are so strong on D every year.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Hill drives in.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Turner's checked in for Allen. Both free throws good from Hill. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Hill. Lays it in off the breakaway. Hill's got 7 points in the game. Warriors trail by 6. An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Kicks it to Green. For the three. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Pacers leading by 4. Outside, George. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Mazzili's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Wasted no time on that one. Here is Lawson. 1:46 left to play in the first.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Here's Spates, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Now Lawson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Pacers. Now here's Stuckey. And stolen by Spates. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Spates. Defense is right there. Another miss by Iguodala. He's signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get it.
Warriors trail by 4, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Now here's Lawson. Not a lot of room. Here's Miles. And the rejection by Ezeli. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
For 3, Hill. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew
And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget.
We do have a team type of game. You know, everybody is.
Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs, and Ty Lawson was at the control.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And so in the game for the Pacers, C.J. Miles is out there with Turner. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then it's Ellis, and it's Hill in at the point guard position. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Paul George, he's checked in for Indiana. It's Ellis on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. The shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Bogut kicks to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Shoots from the baseline. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Green.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
The Pacers making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Hill kicks to Allen. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 5th assist in this one. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
George dishes to Allen. From about 16, again, Indiana.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot when things are On the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. Here's Ellis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The three from Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
The kick out to Spates. Another three for Golden State.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Ellis with a screen on Curry. Hill passes to Ellis. It's back to Hill. They get it again. Mahimi uses the glass to finish the layup. Mahimi's got his first points in this one.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Hill is checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. 6 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Pacers lead by 3.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
Pass to Spates. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Spates has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Warriors. Outside, George. Here's the screen. Stuckey against Barbosa. Draymond Green with the rebound.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Hill, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
A second chance effort. Livingston, that's good.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Spates. Rush comes in for Green, and Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
It's Rush outside. No good. And Indiana will come the other way.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Golden State moving it around. Stolen by Miles. Stuckey up top. He's covered by Iguodala. Lawson outside. Here is Miles. Pass to Stuckey. 1 second left. And that misses badly. Air ball. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about it pleased you?
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
Thank you, Frank. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State had some issues in the first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
One thing I really like is their pace, nice and quick. A lot of their buckets came in transition. When they saw opportunity, they took it. It's so important for a team to be able to dictate the pace of the game, and we saw them do exactly that. They should stick with that because it's working. Keep up that transition game.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one. So far.
It's been a solid outing for Curry. He has 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the 5. That's the Warriors' 5. Hill kicks to Mahimi. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Mahimi's got the first bucket of the third here for the Pacers.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can, a rugged player.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Outside Hill. The dish to George. Shoots from the elbow, and he hits the jumper for 2. George has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Here's Thompson, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Outside Hill. There's the pick. Pick up by Hill. Off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Curry kicks to Barnes. They grab their own miss. Pacers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Hill with it. Picked up by Thompson. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Out to Thompson. The tray. Takes a 3. And it's Thompson again missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Hill has the open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hill's got 10 points.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Curry gets the bucket.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Turner dishes to Hill. And the shot is good. Hill's got 8.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Warriors leading by 3. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
The shot by Turner, no good.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Stuckey passes to Lawson. Dishes to Hill. It's rebounded by Golden State. Ezeli's got his 4th rebound in this one. 51 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Curry with it. He's got 12. 6 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Here's Stuckey, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Stephen Curry. For Indiana, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Free throw, good, Stuckey. Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Warriors leading by 10. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Spates dishes to Iguodala. And the pass to Spates. From deep. The long distance three is buried. Spates has got 11 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Warriors shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Turner. And it's Mahimi in at the center position.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Here's Ellis. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Ellis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers. Shoots from the elbow. That's short off the rim. And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Barnes can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 8. Ball going up court. Monte Ellis again.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Livingston, that's good.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, this just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel. I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Here's Turner. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Pacers?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Green kicks to Clark. And again, no good by Golden State.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Shoots off the step back. The kick out to Hill. Passes it to Ellis. And the shot is long.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Stolen by Ellis. And they go to the intentional foul. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but He's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Curry outside, no good. Excellent D there from Hill. Ellis, the pass to Hill to tie it up, and it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Barnes. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Look at the clock, a little under 3. Half minutes gone here in the fourth. There's a screen. George with the ball. It's up against Thompson. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from George.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. 5 on the clock. Thompson for the triple. The shot will not go. And Indiana will go the other way with it. It's Allen on the wing. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead. Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 1. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Outside Curry. Thompson outside. Iguodala wide open. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're trailing by 1. 1:12 left to play here in the fourth. .112 left in the fourth quarter. George against Thompson to take the lead. George, no good. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 55 seconds left in the fourth. It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And the Warriors get it back. Allen against Bogut. Iguodala outside. He kicks it to Curry. From the arc. Allen with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. George with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. George dishes to Hill. On the wing, Ellis. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and 1 right there. He almost had it.
It's the first that brings them within 2 here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 11 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Timeout called the Warriors. It's Curry outside. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. We've got more in store. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the point.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
That's good from Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry hits them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Indiana's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And George, here we go. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. George has got it all tied up now for Indiana. Curry kicks to Bogut. Outside for Curry. Pacers with the rebound. Outside, George. Now, here is Hill. Back to George. To take the lead, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 18 points and 2 steals as well.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assist.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
Barnes, who's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Curry kicks to Green. It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. No one near him. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Allen's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The drive by Hill. Ellis, the pass to George. Tries from 10. And Turner with the basket on the assist by George. 8 points for Miles Turner.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
There's the bucket. Good. And it's 13 points for Draymond Green. Timeout called the Pacers. They lead by 2. There's 1:26 left in overtime. In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Curry against Hill. It's Ellis on the wing. They set the screen. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Thompson outside. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
George dishes to Hill. Back to George. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
And it's the Pacers' ball. It's a three-point game. And it's George again missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Turner kicks to Hill. Will it go? Curry with the defensive effort. And an intentional foul right there. A three off the inbound. Allen with the rebound. And the Pacers call time here. They trail by 5. There's 18 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. This is a big possession.
You've got to play smart down the stretch.
For 3, Hill. The Warriors pull it in. The drive by Green. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drops in the tray.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They escape with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us how you were able to take control of this game and pull out the win here tonight.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan,
2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. The Mavs, guys, are still a threat to go deep into the playoffs as long as they have Dirk on their team. But with him aging and no clear superstar to take the reins from him, Kenny, how much longer will Dallas be a legit threat?
Ooh, Ernie, this might be it, man. A year at most, of having a chance to reach the finals the way the team is constructed, So, last year in the second half of the season, they struggled. They went 15, I think.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, our setting as we take a look at this striking view of the landmark 3rd Avenue Bridge. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Welcome to the NBA for this Friday afternoon broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Darren Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Parsons outside. Fires from 14. Shot is off. And Minnesota now the other way.
And Chandler Parsons, changing teams last season, saw a little bit of a regression. Down in points, rebounds, and assists. But more troubling, down in field goal and free throw percentage. So you can tell that transition to a new team, new system, new role definitely had an impact.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Williams with the ball. Takes a shot at the elbow. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The drive by Rubio. And it's blocked, but they recover it. Back to Wiggins. And Rubio kicks to Towns. Misses in close. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Williams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
We talked about the challenges posed by a player like Ricky Rubio, such a tremendous passer and floor general. Coach said, we know he can make plays, but making shots is where he's been less effective. We need to focus on staying home and forcing him to beat us with his scoring. Guys, we'll see if they can limit his highlight reel dimes. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris.
Hey, guys, it's been a slow decline for Darren Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
And the second free throw, good. Well, for Williams, Greg, in his decline, his field goal percentage dropped to below 40% last season. Clark, I never thought I'd see the day with that.
Those were the worst offensive numbers since his rookie season. I mean, he had the game that you thought would carry him past his athletic prime, but that might not be the case the way those numbers look.
And here is Williams, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Williams kicks to Nowitzki, and he gets it to go.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The drive by Rubio. Kicks it out to Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. That's now 8 points for Andrew Wiggins. Mavericks trail by 5. The dish now to Parsons. The shot is off, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a sweat. Out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the basket good. Matthews has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Williams a screen. Matthews dishes to Nowitzki. Julia the pass to Parsons. 5 to shoot. High post try, and he drops that one in.
He's got so much junk in his trunk, he'll find a way to hurt you.
1:53 left to play in the first.
You know, when you're bad or struggling in the West, things can go south in a hurry. I mean, the Wolves ended with the worst record in the league last year at 16-66, and a lot of those losses came in their confidence.
Mavericks trail by 6. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never
trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players. To see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Gorgie Dan. Adrian Payne comes in for Towns. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Wiggins. And it's Muhammad in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. No one near Felton as he lets it go. Rebound collected by Levine.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here. With the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
And so it's Dallas with it. After the basket by Minnesota. Felton kicks to Barea. Good. And a nice assist from Felton.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well. And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give him credit for at least taking the risk.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They set the pick. To the inside. Here's Powell. Payne grabs the board. Timberwolves leading by 6. Levine dishes to Pekovic. And here's Payne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Tell you what, he's a gutty player, guys. I mean, he's given away a lot of inches, a few inches anyway, and still finds a way to win those rebound back.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable... Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know, people now talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in NBA history. For sure.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
I just like like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Ricky Rubio is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Muhammad in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for J.J. Barea. And Muhammad kicks to Rubio. Lets it go from 14. Hits the front of the rim and out. Mavericks trail by 6. The feed now to Williams. There's the triple. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. For Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Nowitzki a screen. Williams with the ball, guarded now by Rubio.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Nowitzki with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Parsons. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the 2nd lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
Minnesota in the lead. Rubio outside. The pass to Muhammad. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here. And Parsons kicks to Matthews. Feeds to Pachulia. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. That evens the score.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
Ricky Rubio Clark, one of the most highly anticipated international players in recent memory to come into the NBA.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of flash and substance to his game, and after much haggling and negotiating, he was finally allowed to join the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2011.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Dallas with a change here too. Harris is checked in. Parsons attacking. Offensive rebound. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nowitzki's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And back to Rubio, with the pressure of all that fanfare marking his arrival, he really focused in and hit the ground running. He was named Western Conference Rookie of the Month, first month of the season, and he finished 2nd to Kyrie Irving for Rookie of the Year.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in. And it's Nowitzki missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rubio with it. Williams picks him up. And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Mavericks with the rebound.
You know, talking about Rubio, he re-upped for a huge contract extension last season. Despite some injury and shooting woes, he got $56 million over 4 years. Boy, that's a bunch of cheese for a guy that's still a bit of a question mark.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Harris passes to Williams. To the middle, Nowitzki, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
Back to the topic of Nowitzki as the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
That's good. And that's 15 points for Andrew Wiggins.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Now here's Barea. He's guarded closely.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Pekovic dishes to Wiggins. No good, but he's still shooting 75%, 6 of 8 from the floor.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
Levine kicks to Pekovic, and that's going to be a travel. .107 left in the first half of the game. They double him with Wiggins. Pass to Powell. Wiggins with the block. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Raymond Felton the bucket on the assist by Barea. Felton has got his first points in this one. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Here's Levine, guarded by Barea. Levine passes to Pekovic. Shot clock at 6. Knocked away. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pekovic with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
Felton attacking, and it's blocked. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Mavericks ahead, leading by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Carlisle. And Rick, what have you liked about the way your team is playing tonight?
Shot making was there. We're not turning it over. We're doing a pretty good job defensively, but a long way to go.
Coach, thank you so much. Pretty good start, gentlemen.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
They haven't gotten to the line enough, and I think that's an area they can improve. They need to be more aggressive. Right now they're hanging there, but this could change in the second half. They need to challenge defenders and try to control the momentum and get to the foul line a little bit more.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
quarter, welcoming you back.
Yo.
What?
Nothing. What are you saying?
It's
Should we
doing.
find?
It's what are you doing, not saying. I'm just playing. I'm just finishing the game of basketball. Real quick, I'm in the third quarter. Yeah, I gotta send you a picture of this bud, dude. Never seen bud like this ever in my entire life.
What about it?
It's like a weird green color. It has leaves in it, like brown leaves. It's pretty fucking, yeah. Like, you know, like brown leaves outside that fall from a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely found one of those inside the bud and broke up. But yeah, it's really good though. I mean, I don't know if it's really good, but it's good. It's something.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. Here's the floater, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Williams dishes to Matthews.
Yeah, Tony's getting home at 6 o'clock, and he says he wants to play. He's got Easter eggs he wants to beat.
And the basket by Rubio.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to.
Well, you got planned?
Just my girlfriend's coming over.
Nice. Yeah, let's go find someone. See if you can find somebody to do an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Mavericks trail it. Nobody near.
Oh, is Josh on?
And it's off from the three-point range.
That's 1 for their first.
Yeah, he's on. Playing Diablo 3.
That's probably his kids. I don't think he's on. Invite him to the party. Maybe he'll come.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Diablo 3 is one of the hardest PlayStation games there is.
His shooting has been
I don't know. Like, my girlfriend plays it. It's a hard game. I invited him to see. Oh, he's got his own party too. He's got 2 people in it.
And stolen by Williams. It's tipped. Stolen by Rubio. From 6 feet, and he knocks down the jumper.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, man, honestly invited me, but hey, I can't really play zombies right now because I have to go to work in about half an hour, 40 minutes. So.
Alright,
I was playing some Diablo with my cousin.
Alright. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be on. If you want to do some
after work, I'm free for the weekend, so whenever you guys are on, I'll be on. Pays gather.
Alright, man, sounds good.
So yeah, just hit me up whenever, bro.
Alright, buddy.
I appreciate the help.
No problem.
Take it easy.
Later, man.
Later. Some of these games he did 100% on, and they don't have a platinum trophy.
Really?
Yeah, Resident Evil. None of the Resident Evils.
He beat Resident Evil?
He beat the 4th, he beat Resident Evil Code, Veronica X, and then he got Resident Evil 5 beaten. 100%, all of those are 100%. Revelations is beaten. Operation Raccoon City is beaten. Metal Gear Solid, yeah. Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles.
He's a fucking savage, dude.
Resident Evil 6, he's finished. Assassin's Creeds, he's finished all of them. Holy shit, man. The Assassin's Creeds, those take so long.
Such a savage. Dude's my
Yeah,
hero.
and he YouTubes a lot of it too. Figure out where everything is to get it.
Dude's my hero.
Dude's my hero. Okay, I'm gonna post it now.
Yeah, man, some kid was posting multiplayer at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I started fucking yelling at him. It was great. First thing I seen, I was taking a shit. It was supposed to multiplayer. Like my chin. I was like, nah, I forgot what I said. I told Tony to give him the list. Tony wouldn't give him the list, so I just deleted him.
That allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Passes it to Muhammad. Money from the wing. Muhammad's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there. Immediately making.
God damn it, Garnett, you slow ass motherfucker.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Your heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on.
Is Gripper on by any chance?
I don't have him added, I don't know.
Yeah, I was fucking retarded yesterday, man. I don't know why I kept throwing you out and letting you back in, then throwing you out.
Oh, yeah, I know, I don't know. It let me join in, and then just as I was loading in, it would just right at the last second. Then it finally let me join, and then we did it, and I was in it. It was alright. I had perks and everything.
Dude, we almost fucking beat that somehow.
Yeah, I know.
I had no perks to the half of that boss.
None of us had perks.
Yeah, we almost fucking beat that shit, dude. That's just crazy.
I know, it was getting so stupid.
That was as far as those guys have ever gotten.
Yeah. No, they said they've been to the boss fight more than once.
Yeah, no, they haven't gotten that. No, they didn't know nothing,
they haven't. They knew, but they knew to hide behind the pillars.
Yeah, because they always put their goddamn gravity spikes down as soon as it starts.
Right at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince the best to Muhammad. He feeds it to Levine from outside the arc. Shot is no good. Now Dallas takes it.
Fucking hippopotamus.
Greg, you talked about what the Mavs did, how they played against the West.
Fuck out of here, bitch. I like that shit. You like that, buddy?
Another guy posted on his thing, on page, with his multiplayer saying to subscribe.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Yo.
Yeah, you gotta wait a minute, bro. I'm in the middle of doing something.
Yeah, I know.
Right back.
Good point. Matthews.
Yeah, my bad, yeah.
The Timberwolves have gone 7
I'm
of
back.
12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And Pekovic keeps the paint.
Sorry. I muted my mic because I was playing some music.
Dog puked all over the place.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Minnesota's gone 4 of 8.
Lay down, boy.
Portland shooting 50% of the free ball here. Tries a three. The Mavericks pull it in.
Do you think he ate something, or do you think?
Yeah, it was so bad he ate. Yeah, it was so bad. Lay down, boy. He's got shit all over, like puke all over him. He won't let me clean it. He's trying to eat me.
Oh.
So yeah, I just put a blanket down for him to lay on until Tony gets home.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, the first dog I had, dude. I don't know what was wrong with it, but we had to put it down and like, I don't think we had it for a week. It's pretty sad. It was same thing, I don't know, it was just, well, not the same thing. It just kept on throwing up.
Yeah, well, he never throws up. He just had food sitting there for 2 or 3 days, and he ended up eating it. So that's what he threw up.
I usually get a notification when you start streaming. Didn't get one this time.
Well, I started streaming early, like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
I
find
was in the
anybody?
stream seeing if anyone was watching. No.
Williams passes to Pachulia. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Pachulia has got the fourth quarter first basket of the period here for the Mavs.
Surprised no one joined the party.
And it's Rubio penetrating, taken away by Williams. Here's Parsons.
Travel.
Pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Towns. The Mavericks pull it in. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Rubio. Towns kicks to Rubio. Matthews with the
what a homo.
Who?
My guy just keeps passing it to him. Fucking down by 6 with 5 minutes left. Fucking bums. Good pass, you fucking bastard.
There's this zoo. And I can't remember where it is, but it's all caged in. Or not all caged in. You're caged in, and the animals are out.
Really?
Yeah. And like they're walking on the cages that you're in like the truck or whatever, and they're someone commented, yeah, what if the lion is just suddenly needs to piss or shit? It's all over you.
That's pretty funny.
Averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
This guy needs to rise some drunk.
Alright, I got 4 minutes left and almost done. What? Yeah. Yeah, my ass.
What?
Nothing.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Williams attacking and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Do you want to just go us 3, or should I get another?
Oh, keep trying. You got 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Invited to the party, though, if you can.
Yeah, I told him to add me. It's on the Facebook page.
Who is it? What's the name?
Fernando Hernandez.
Sounds like he was begging the other day. Wow. You guys are just making me start shooting threes because I can't even bring it down low. Just keep losing it. Fucking cock-licking whore, yeah. Alright, now by 8 with 3 minutes left. Think I can come back? I don't think so.
And the Timberwolves call time here. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, but what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion.
That's the game ball.
Making our game
Oh, not yet. That's the game. Oh, still in it.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Wiggins inside the line.
And 1. You bitch licker.
And you know, you think about Dirk's impact. Certainly the NBA saw more and more European players come over after Dirk. He wasn't the first Euro, but he certainly has been perhaps the most popular.
And one thing that should be noted with Dirk and his opening up of things with Europe, we now see a lot of American players go to Europe to play, to develop skills, and so on. Both leagues
GTA has a new garage.
Nice defense. Yeah, I hate GTA.
And that's 15 points here for Ricky Rubio. Dallas leading by 3.
Down by 3. 2 in the fourth.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Oh no, he fucking was open. Tie game. Oh, you bitch!
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even.
You fucking horde.
Sitting in the lobby for 45 minutes. Just doing nothing.
Nice. I would have been done by now if the dog didn't puke.
Pardon?
I said I would have been done by now if the dog didn't puke.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Darren Williams. And so Levine nails both of them.
Down by 3 with 1 minute and 56 seconds left.
Those foul shots, huge.
Dallas calls timeout. They're ahead by 3. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Matthews passes to Barea. Nowitzki outside.
Yeah, you fucking bastard.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Levine. That falls. Nice feed that time.
Down by 1. You know you're watching the game right now.
Me?
You gotta be my only viewer. I've had one viewer for forever.
I was watching it and then I stopped watching it. I was watching it to see if, I don't know, see how late it was. Super late. I'm going back into it.
Oh, now you jump. Oh, you stupid bastard. He jumped, then, oh man. Pass back. What are you doing? Yeah.
He said he'll come for the DE Easter egg. He's already done it, but I can't find anything else.
I don't care, man.
Right.
Alright, let's do something now.
Yeah, I just invited him to the party. He's sitting Black Ops thing. So once he joins,
that's type ball game, yeah. Fuck on my face, bitch. Damn, yo, he's blew right by you like you were nothing. Fuck was that, dude?
Oh, he's gonna be a little bit.
Who?
Matt, I guess he's walking home. Said he's by his house. I'll be on in 10. And say, okay, hurry up. And say, alright, try to be faster though.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Here we go, yo, keep it at a one possession game.
And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time.
So my guy's got this stuff that he's selling, and it's 50 for, it's like half price. $50 will get you 10 grams.
It's middies. It's not Rebs, but it's that real good weed, right?
It's no, the reason, yeah, it's like it gets me high. The thing is because it's not from the same guy he usually gets it from. It's not medical stuff. It's off of a family friend. And he doesn't know the strain of it either. Like, he doesn't know the actual strain. So, he's just kind of... I still, like, I smoked it. It gets me just as high as the rest of it.
As long as it tastes good and get you high as fuck.
Yeah. He calls it Shrek weed because it's, like, bright green.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Oh. But yeah, so like a gram would be $5.
Nowitzki outside.
And I think it was like 20 grams for 100.
Down by 2 with 1 second left.
They're down by 2.
Dude, I invited this guy to the party. He didn't join.
Guys, your thoughts?
With under 2 seconds remaining, you got to hurry it up. Get the ball up quickly and take one dribble and get it to the rim.
How many times do I have to fucking invite him?
For the tie.
Yeah, I lost.
Lost to some bats.
I did. I lost for 2.
Wait, it's bots, right? Oh yeah, I saw you were paused. But
yeah.